Go ahead, my friend. Go ahead.
Hi, Karine. On the special counsel interviews, did the president answer all the questions that were asked during the interviews, and was executive privilege invoked at any time? I know there's limits on what you can say, but any transparency is really helpful on this.
So look, my colleague at the White House Counsel put out a statement yesterday, providing an update of where we are with this particular interview and the special counsel. Obviously, I'm just not going to go beyond what my colleague has shared. If you have any further questions, certainly I would refer you to the Department of Justice or the White House Counsel to ask any detailed information.
All right. For the record, though, we understand the President's interview with Special Counsel Robert Hur was scheduled long before the conflict began. At least that's what we're being told by people here at the White House and elsewhere. Did the President and his legal team ever ask for the interview to be rescheduled, given what transpired in Israel over the weekend?
So again, Ed, I'm not going to go beyond the statement from the White House Counsel, and you all know and have seen for yourself, the President spoke this is the second time he's spoken about Israel in the last couple of days, so we know how focused he's been on what has happened. He's shown his leadership over the horrific events over the weekend in Israel. And look, we disclosed the interview. We put that out in a statement from the White House Counsel for my colleague at the White House Counsel. And the President is obviously was intensely engaged. He spoke to many of our allies, whether the King of Jordan, the leaders of Italy, France, Germany, and the UK. He met, and as I said at the top, he met with our national security team over a dozen times. And he spoke with Bibi, Prime Minister Netanyahu, to be more precise, the third time today, so twice over the weekend. So he's been very much focused on the issues of the horrific events that we have seen in Israel. The President is able to do multiple things at once. Right, as president, he has to do multiple things at once, and that's what you saw him do this weekend.
And did the President's need to be interviewed by the special counsel yesterday impede or keep him from giving the remarks he gave yesterday? Because the press office certainly knows there was a lot of inquiry and concern and criticism that perhaps he was not as publicly engaged yesterday as he possibly could have been. It was a federal holiday. There was some respect or decision made to not hold public events on the federal holiday, but clearly he was doing a big thing by meeting with the special counsel. So was there any reason to believe that that impeded his ability to respond publicly to what was going on?
Well, as you just said, Ed, presidents have to do multiple things at once. He spoke on Saturday, right? When we learned, when all of you were reporting and it was incoming of what was happening in Israel. He spoke today, obviously. There were multiple statements from this president. I just mentioned he met with his national security team dozens of times. He did multiple calls with heads of states trying to make sure that we got the support, continued that support, organized the support of other allies and partners across the world. And we put out a statement as well, a joint statement from those allies and partners. Look, the president was very much engaged in showing his leadership, and also how we're going to continue to support Israel, and that's that's how we're gonna move forward. And again, the president has to handle many things at once, and we saw him do that over the past couple of days, since Saturday.